a scary stat here, Mehmet. It said about 50% of the 2 billion prescriptions filled each year are not taken correctly. If all you do is pick up your prescription drugs from the pharmacy and pay, you could be wasting an amazing medical resource, your pharmacist. If you're not having regular conversations with your pharmacist, you could make dangerous mistakes with your medicine. Dr. Mehmet Oz is here to tell us the top 3 mistakes and how to work with your pharmacist to avoid them.
For example, 80% of the U.S. public takes one over-the-counter pill a week. 25% take more than 5 pills a week. OTC, over-the-counter drugs, are not safe unless you've taken them intelligently.
See, and that's the reason why you can talk to your pharmacist. You know, you can ask them about those kind of things. But is there other thing other than just reading the label and helping us not over-medicate?
Write down the pills you're taking and keep track of them. And make sure that you talk to your pharmacist about what you are taking. Because, again, they can help sort out what you're making mistakes with.
Okay, now let's take another one. The next big mistake, what is that?
The next big one is all about generic drugs versus prescription medications.
There's a lot of confusion about that.
There are. People think that there's not quite the same. There's some rare examples where they're not exactly the same. But essentially, except for the filler and the color and the shape, which aren't important, they're the exact same medication. And you can save, get this, Robin, 30 to 80% of what you're paying for a brand medication if you can buy it generically. And your pharmacist is allowed to switch it to a generic version if you ask him to. So it's a wonderful resource again. And
the third big mistake is a lot of people are guilty of this. You just don't take it correctly, what you're prescribed.
We estimate that probably 25% of people take their medications correctly. Now, why is that? You don't think it's working for you. You got better, so you don't need it anymore. You're scared. Money's a big issue for some people. And a lot of people just forget. They plan not forget. We spend probably $100 billion in the U.S. economy taking care of mistakes that happen because people didn't take their pills correctly. So we've got lots of things you can do about it. I brought some wonderful examples here. Watches out that will remind you that you haven't taken your pill and therefore prompt you to do the right thing.